الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على سيدنا ونبينا أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد
وعلى أهل بيته الأطيبين الأنجبين بهم نتولى ومن أعدائهم نتبرأ إلى الله. اللهم كن وليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا. For all mu'mineen and mu'minat at large, for all the shuhada of Islam, in particular the latest of those who were massacred and killed, and especially marhum Mirza Kasim rahmatullahi alayhim ajma'een. Al-Fatiha. Now all these opportunities that come across in our lives, may that be a birth of a mu'min or the demise of a mu'min, all these are opportunities given to us to come closer to each other. If you look into the whole concept that Allah has laid, when a mu'min passes away, he has his own name as he was living, becomes a haji is added to his name, but when he passes away, marhum is also added to his name. Marhum means upon whom someone is mercy upon. That is, rahmat of Allah is upon him. Upon him is the mercy of Allah. And looking into this concept of mercy also, it is one of those most beautiful concepts on which Allah has laid the foundation of this entire creation. Looking into Quran says Ar-Rahman, Allama al-Quran, Khalaq al-Insan, Allamahu al-Bayan. Says the foundation of this system was laid on mercy, Rahman. So someone passes away, we have that name tag added onto him, Marhum, that is, upon him is mercy. Now we look into another quote here from the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wa alihi wasallam. He says that when I ascended to the heavens on the eve of Mi'raj, and there I was educated, I was shown. Now when you entered this building, you had the name tag, said Al-Zahra Foundation, and you saw that and you entered. Here Rasulullah says that on that eve of Mi'raj, when I ascended to the heavens, لَمَّا أُسْرِيَ بِي إِلَى السَّمَاءِ رَأَيْتُ عَلَى بَابِ الْجَنَّةِ ثَلَاثَةُ أَسْتُرٍ, that I saw 3 phrases written on the doors of the heaven, as if there is a door for the heaven and there is a name, something written on it in 3 lines. Now here, if inshallah mu'mineen will definitely enter the heavens, depending on the caliber, the criteria of whatever they are, but definitely ultimately inshallah mu'mineen will enter. So there's nothing to panic, nothing to rush, at least stand and see what is written over there and then enter. Says in these 3 phrases that Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, that is in the name of Allah who is Rahman and who is Rahim, that is mercy, compassion. Rahman is that general mercy of Allah for everyone at large. Rahim is that special share of mercy, especially for mu'mineen. That is, وَرَحْمَتِي وَسَعَتْ كُلَّ شَيْءٍ. As Quran says, my rahmat, my mercy encompasses everything. But for mu'mineen, كَانَ بِالْمُؤْمِنِينَ رَحِيمًا. For mu'mineen, he is Rahim, special mercy. Now what does that mean? Special mercy towards mu'mineen like shafa'at, that's a special grace, not to everyone, only for mu'mineen. That when there is a shortfall in their amal, in their performance, mu'mineen will be blessed with this concept of shafa'at. They will be helped out by others who are stronger, And the shortfall they have, that will be compensated by those who are stronger than them. Now in our case, Ma'asumin alayhimus salam, their shafa'at is for mu'mineen. وَرَحْمَتِي وَسَعَتْ كُلَّ شَيْءٍ وَكَانَ بِالْمُؤْمِنِينَ رَحِيمًا. Towards mu'mineen, he is merciful. That is a special share of mercy. Says that 3 phrases on that gate entrance of the heaven. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Ana Allah. I am Allah. La ilaha illa ana. There is no God but me. Sabaqat rahmati ghadabi. Sabaqat means that my mercy was before my wrath. That is, before his ghazab was in place, says he was merciful. Way before his rage, his wrath. Now this is among those beautiful things we have to look into. For example, Dua Joshan Kabir, which we recite in the month of Ramadan, and on and off whenever you get chance, just listen to it, recite it. It's beautiful, it's nice. It's got 1001 names of Allah, and among all of those names, just a few of them, maybe one segment of it or maybe 2 segments of it, talk about the adab, chastisement, wrath, rage. All the rest of the names that Allah has, it's His kindness, it's His grace, it's His compassion, it's His mercy. So it's His beauty. So that is what it says, that sabaqat rahmati ghadabi, that is my rahmat was way before my ghazab, my wrath, my adab, my chastisement. First phrase. Second says that Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, that is in the name of Allah, Rahman and Rahim, says that as-sadaqatu bi'ashra, that is when you have a pound and you want to give it as charity, if you want to donate it to the center here, you intend to pay that, says that as-sadaqatu bi'ashra, you will be rewarded 10 times in 10 folds. And then says, وَالْقَرْض بِالثَّمَانِيَةَ عَشْرٍ. That same 1 pound, you want to give it as qarz to someone to help him out. Here says that you will be rewarded 18 folds. And then says that وَصِلَةُ الرَّحِمِ بِالثَّلَاثِينَ. Now if that same pound, you wanted to give it to your sister, to your brother, to your relative, for whatever reason, says now it's not that 1 pound anymore, it's 30, because it's a relative of yours. Someone who is close to you, who is dear to you, who is a relative of yours, says that will be multiplied by 30. Now why is it that when you give a donation to someone, it's just 10, qarz to someone, it's 18, and to a family member, it's 30. Now you may put that 1 pound on this donation box of this center, maybe they don't need it. But if someone is in need and he has extended his hands for qarz, means that definitely he is in need. Now because definitely he is in need, Allah says, for that reason you will be rewarded in 18 folds, multiplied by 18. But someone who helps someone who is his own relative, brother, sister, parents, says here it is multiplied by 30. Now someone who has passed away, when we participate in his funeral, when we take part in his, whatever the programs are conducted for that marhum, here also if he was related to you, that same reward of 30 is given to that individual, because he is related to you. An amazing riwayat we have for someone who does good to his own family members, to his brothers. Now all this a lesson to myself first, to you brothers and sisters are reminding, and that is, if someone does good towards his family members, riwayat, they say that his life increases by 30 years. 30 years increase in life means 30 years of additional worship, 30 years of ibadat, 30 years of hasanat, means that a higher rank in the heaven. So it's not as just a one economy class heaven that everyone is going to enter into. No, depending on the productivity, the amal, the hasanat which we have sought and gained in this dunya, levels in the heaven also will be given to us. Quran says that mu'minun hum darajat. It isn't as such that Allah has made a heaven, says that all the economy class mu'mineen this side, business class here, first class there. No. Says mu'minun hum darajat. That mu'min, he himself is a rank in himself. Whatever he gets is a rank only for him, and you can't have two mu'mineen in the same rank. It says no, mu'min is a rank of his own. He has his own rank. So here says that on the gates of the heavens, first of all, Allah says that rahmati sabaqat ghadabi. That is my rahmat was before my wrath, before my adab. And the third phrase says that man arafa qadari wa rububiyyati. That is, qadar means this destiny that we have decreed, that Allah, He has a taqdeer, meaning that there is a destiny, that He has distributed the arzaq, distributed the sustenance, depending on every individual. It isn't as such that He has given a set amount of funds to every person. No. It says that depending on that caliber of that individual, Allah gives. To Fir'aun He gave a lot. There must be someone else to whom He has given little. Now why does He give a lot to someone, little to someone? That is what He knows best. But we have to know that He, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, knows best what fits me, what I am in need of, and based upon that He gives, He provides. Says man arafa qadari wa rububiyyati, that someone who knew this decree and this distribution concept of arzaq and sustenance of mine, fala yattahimuni fir rizq. He will never accuse me. That is, no one will accuse Allah as to why did He give so much to that person, so little to this person. Now to understand this, there's another hadith over here now. This was the hadith al-Qudsi. Allah is talking Himself. That is what is mentioned on the gates of the heaven. Now regarding this concept of rizq, as to how and why a few are bestowed with a lot, a few are very little, here says that antum kal marda, that is, you mankind at large are like the ill, those who are sick, those who are patient, mariz. Says wa rabbul alameen kat tabib, and Allah is the physician, Allah is the doctor. Now when He is the doctor and each one of us is a patient, now assuming this is a ward over here and you've got 20, 30 patients in this ward, the doctor, he has rounds, he comes in the morning, sees the first patient and says that no, he is diabetic. He has to be given a special diet, no sugars, no starch. The second patient he sees says no, he has hypertension. He has to be away from salty food. The third patient says he has to be nil by mouth, nothing to be given to him. He needs to be operated. The other patient, he says that he's fine. He can have whatever he wants, churro kebab, biryani, halim, whatever he wants he can have, because he is fit. So these patients, they never object to the doctor saying that how come to the first one you said no sugar, to the second one no salt, to the third one no this, no that, and to the fourth one he can have everything. No one objects to the doctor. Says over here in this glorious hadith that antum kal marda, that you mankind at large are like those ill patients. Says wa rabbul alameen kat tabib, and Allah, Lord of the universe, He is that doctor, He is that physician. And if we ever understood this concept that if Allah, He is the doctor, He is the physician, He knows what is best and in our interests, we will never complain, we will never accuse, we will never say that why did He not give me this, why did He not give me that. This taqdeer as to how things are decreed by Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, it's beautiful. Now, looking into the ahadith that we have, for example, in Usul Kafi, there is a glorious hadith there that sometimes on and off we do have this in our lives, that we get opportunities and we worship a lot. A phase comes in our life that we don't feel like worshipping. Sometimes our prayers, they are always dot on time. Sometimes fasts are good, du'as are there, but sometimes they are not. So that sometimes when we are not in that right mood and manner, that too hadith says that Allah afflicts that onto us so that we return, so that our system reboots and we don't get proud of what we have been serving, of the worship that we have been conducting. So for that reason, we always have to be connected to Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala. Now when we remember marhumeen, now that is because our aim and destination is Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala, which we normally become forgetful in our busy day-to-day life. When someone dies, when someone passes away, as a result of that distress, that disturbance that has hit that small family, and depending on the caliber of